Okay, so now let's go ahead and hook the buttons up. First thing I'm going to do is create 3 new activities, one for each button. Actually, let me go back here, Android view, and right-click on that, and I want to add a new activity, blank activity, and the activity name here is going to be like for the first one, and the hierarchical parent is going to be my main activity. Okay, and now I'm going to add another one, and this is going to be light, dark, bar. And one more. And this is going to be dark. All right, so now I have 3 target activities. The way I'm going to start this activity is similar to what we did in our first app. I'm going to go to my Java file. So where's that? Right here. And part of the code that's automatically generated is this little bit here, on option item selected, on options item selected. So this code gets called when you click on a button, and this value menu item that's passed in is going to correspond to the this ID. So if you click on the light button, it's going to pass in action light as the ID for the menu item. And I can check that in the code. So let's go ahead and go back to our Java. So it's going to get the ID, and then if the ID is equal to r.id.action settings, they clicked on the settings button, then you don't do anything, you just return true. So I'm going to add else if ID is equal to r.id.action light. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my light activity. So to do that, I want to declare a new intent. And I'm going to pass it in the context. And I'm also going to pass in the class of the activity that I want to jump to, which is light. Okay. Now I have to hit Alt plus Enter to add the right import. Now I have an intent. I don't need to pass in any data. So I'm just going to start activity intent and save. So this should be the first button. Let's go ahead and test it out. Make sure I got it right. Okay, so if I click on this button, it changed my activity to light, and if I hit the back button, so that's working. Now I haven't actually set the theme for this activity, so it's still showing the same default as the main menu, but I'm going to take care of that in the next step. So now that I have this code working, I'm just going to copy and paste it 2 more times. And then this is going to be light, dark, bar. And this is going to be dark. And I think actually should be underscore dark bar. There. All right, so now all 3 buttons, oh, and this should be dark as well. So now all three buttons should be hooked up. Let's go ahead and test it again. This time I'll test it on the Nexus 1. So light, light, dark bar, and then menu, dark. So those all work. So in the next step, we'll go ahead and add styles so that the theme for each activity actually matches what we want it to match.